Hey, it's Dr. Mordecai, and thank you for joining me for itsdrmordecai.com episode 5. In this episode, we're going to talk about, can you afford this school? How to handle that conversation with a student or their family. So let's get started. So one of the conversations that we have to have sometimes with students and their families is, can you truly afford to attend this school? Now, every school handles this conversation differently. Some schools decide not to even have this conversation and believe that it really rests on the responsibility of the family to have done their homework and to know whether or not choosing this institution is the best for them and their family. I'm someone that believes otherwise, okay? So I'm someone that believes that, you know what, whether or not either way, whether or not the family is educated on the topic or not, it is our responsibility to, at least if something comes about and we realize, you know what, this may not be the best decision, there's these different consequences that can happen by still enrolling this student and them still not being educated on really what that price tag means. So here's something to consider, especially for managers over different areas of academic advising or admissions, when you're having to have the conversation with students and their families. Can you afford to attend this school? Two things I want you to keep in mind. Number one, I believe that we have an ethical responsibility to these families, especially if they come as first generation students or they're just not educated on truly understanding what these numbers mean. Yes, we can sell them on the dream of the institution, but is it truly best for them and their family? So there is an ethical nature. If not, we're just simply salespeople with no heart, no mind for what the future of that student could be and what the outcome could be for their future. So keep ethics in mind. Second thing I want you to keep in mind too is understand that, yes, that student can locate funding for the first semester or the first year, but what about the second year, the second semester, maybe the third year, the fourth year? The chances of them being able to secure that funding moving forward is pretty slim, especially if student academic progress gets in the way. Next thing you know, we start to look at default rates, attrition rates, retention plummets, all these different things. They're going out in the community, sharing with their friends, that school doesn't really care, they should have told us this or should have told us that. So all these different consequences and ramifications that can be horrendous on the institution as well as the life of the student, all right? So keep those things in mind. Again, it's never easy to have those conversations, but I'm one who believes that we really should be prepared to have those conversations with families. I hope that you found this conversation to be helpful. You see my contact information below. I'd love to hear from you and get your thoughts on it, and I'll talk with you soon at itsdrmordecai.com.